Hi, Marilyn fans. For me, the most anticipated book of 2026 has to be Marilyn, The Lost Photographs, The Last Interview. I received my copy yesterday. I read it last night. What can I say? It's absolutely stunning. It's almost the perfect book. I'm going to say almost because there are a couple of things I would have preferred, but I'm very happy with what we got. For instance, we have every single photograph that Alan Grant took in Marilyn's Brentwood house to go along with the last interview, the one that Richard Merriman did. And they are produced beautifully. So they show her sitting in a chair, hanging off the beams in her house. And sometimes you think, what the hell is she doing? But this was supposed to illustrate the interview. And when she's hanging from the beams and swinging, it goes with her talking about being a young girl who's coming into her womanhood, but she's still a bit of a tomboy. She's swinging from the trees. The boys are trying to get her down because they all fancy her, and she's more interested in climbing trees still. This is beautiful. I love this picture. I could just stare at this picture for hours. I've got to be honest, I'd like another 2 copies of this book so I could take the photos out and film and frame them, because I can't afford to buy an original Alan Grant, as much as I would love one. Now, I think it's beautiful. And the thing is, because we've heard excerpts of the last interview, when you're actually reading her words, you can hear her voice. And that, I think, is beautiful. I love that idea. Now, I would have liked, and I know it's an old concept, it to have come with a CD or 2 CDs that actually contained the full interview. Also, this is set out in topics. So, for instance, let me just have a look. On childhood. Let's find another one. I don't know. On dealing with the press, on fame, on the president's birthday. And you just see her words. We don't see the questions that Richard Merriman asked her. Now, I would have preferred to have seen a full transcript of the tapes. So Richard Merriman asking the question, and then her answer, pauses, laughs, giggles, and so on. That's how I would have preferred it. Now, if it had been done like that, or come with a CD or 2 CDs, because the interview is like 4 hours long, of those interviews, it would have been a 5-star book. But because I was hoping for the complete transcripts, not just what she said, but his questions as well, I mean, I'm nitpicking. It is nigh on the perfect book. I'm really nitpicking. I would have liked to have read the interview with Richard's question, followed by Marilyn's answer. If she pauses, if she laughs, if she coughs, just put in brackets. Or I would have liked to have a copy so I can actually listen to her and Richard, which would be amazing if they ever did that. And I would certainly buy a copy. But other than that, the photographs are just absolutely stunning. At the end, you get all the photographs published in contact sheet form, which is this, and there are pages of it, because there's something like 464 or 434 pictures, I'm not sure. This is one you must get. I know that some areas are already sold out. I had to reorder mine because the seller cancelled it. They must have sold out and they cancelled it. So I went and reordered it from another seller, and luckily I got it. But that seller has now sold out as well. So I'm pretty sure there will be more copies available. I think it's just sold out a lot quicker than they expected. Though, like I said, this book has been my most anticipated Marilyn book of the year so far. Now, all the books are out. I think there's one coming every month now till October, and anything else I find that I want to buy. But this book, if you only buy one book, photo book this year on Marilyn, if you can only afford one book, make sure you get this one. This is the one. I would say that I prefer Alan Grant's photographs to Bert Stern. I don't think Bert Stern was a particularly good portrait photographer. Not with Marilyn. He didn't do her justice. His colour photographs are horrible. His black and white ones, they're all right. But I much prefer Alan Grant's. Marilyn in Alan Grant's photographs doesn't look 36. Bert Stern's photographs make her look so much older. Alan Grant, she looks young, she looks fresh, she looks like she's just started. In some of them, she looks like you could look back and say, God, that looks like Lorelei. It's taking you back to the early 50s. Some of the looks on her faces, some of the way it's framed. And I think in a way, it's a more accurate representation of Marilyn because she wasn't old. She had wrinkles like we all do. I've got wrinkles, but I'm 52. I would expect Burstyn to show my wrinkles because I have them. But I just don't like a lot of his photographs. Some of them I think are absolutely amazing. I will say that. But I love every single one of Alan Grant's ones, even the ones that are out of focus, show who she was. And maybe it's because she was reacting to her own story because she was listening to the tapes while doing it. But this is the one book you must get this year. If you can't get any other book or you don't buy any other book, this is the one I would highly recommend. So ignore my nitpicking and just go and buy it because it is the best book this year, photography wise, so far. And I don't think there's going to be anything better, to be honest. So hope you like this and I'll see you soon.